Hello, hello. Anybody out there? Let me know how the volume is. Welcome to the stream. Um, just like, let me go ahead in here and adjust the. So I'm going to go real time. I'm going to turn traffic. I'm going to leave traffic on for now. Dirt. We're going to leave normal. Fuel usage default off, 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 off. Plant growth, withering off, crop destruction off, plowing on, lime on, and weeds off. I'm going to give this a quick save. And a quick pause. Honda Teddy, welcome, hello, let me know how the volume is. I we have done so much testing by cheating in so much money and cheating in so many materials and vehicles and whatever we needed to do to get this map tested for a month that just like a lot of other players, it's really hard to make a decision on where to start and what island to start on and how to approach the map, but still trying to do a realistic gameplay without cheating in, money or trying to use the dev tool and teleport and grow your fields. So I am giving this map a restart today. I'm calling it episode 1. Um, the only thing I am going to use the dev tool for is probably flight and for speed. I will use the store delivery mod because it charges you a fee. But other than that, we are definitely going to try and come up with a new game plan to restart this because I took out $1 million loan on my last start and I was still like I bought way too much way too early and I ended up leasing a whole bunch of vehicles and it went like horribly wrong. So the first thing I'm going to do to get us a little bit of money is I am definitely going to have a fire sale. So we're just going to knock off all of the starting equipment, including the truck. And now we'll see where we are in the way of. I am going to sell the one island that we start with. I'm going to may end up buying some of this back, but at this point we need a fire sale. So, no equipment. I want to. So we start off with the coal mine, the rock crusher, which we need. But last time I bought the ore processing, which was $431,000, which I bought that way too soon. And it killed my cash. So what I want to do is I want to try a little bit different start this time. This piece of land that we start with is $542,000. We're definitely going to sell that piece of property. I am going to purchase the little sand mine for $150,000. And we're gonna get the rock crusher fired up, we're gonna get the coal crusher fired up, and we're gonna get the sand mine fired up. And then we're gonna use some of that money. We're gonna sell it off at first and not store it or use it. I'm not gonna get Mammoth Mill fired up quite yet, but it's probably gonna be one of the first properties we buy. But I want to get one of these pieces of property or both of these pieces of property here, and we're also going to make a ton of money off of compost and silage. So we are going to purchase that piece of property. We're going to purchase this piece of property, and then there's a staging yard over here for $48,000. And I don't know if that gets us the heating plant or not. Let's head over there and see if we get this. I don't know if this was part of this property. It is part of this property. So we pretty much have the grassy part of this island, the heating plant, the staging yard, but not the greenhouses. So that gives us a little bit of about $952,000 for vehicles. I'm going to teleport over here to the entrance to the coal mine. I'm going to throw my store delivery down, and we're going to get a truck and a tanker. Now I know I'm going to purchase them rather than lease them. And I'm going to bump up the engine. And we're going to get the tanker. Let's go with the Fendt Classic. And then we're going to buy a little bit of diesel. We're going to get the coal plant fired up. We're going to get the rock crusher fired up. We're going to get the sand mine fired up. How to use the store delivery mod. The only way I know how to use the store delivery mod is you have to stand like in a clear spot where you want to put it down. You hit left alt shift at the same time and then tap the letter S as in Sam, and that puts the store delivery mod right where you want to spawn your vehicles in. Now the only problem is if you go to another island, you have to remember to move it, because if I go over to like Orchard Island and I start buying vehicles, they're going to spawn in over here. So you do have to move it every time you want to spawn, if you're on a different island, to spawn your vehicles in. But it does charge you a fee to deliver that vehicle, instead of buying it at the store and driving it over. Now I'm going to get, this is going to cost me a good bit of money, but I'm going to get about 75,000 liters of gas. And then we're going to head up here to the salt mine, or the sand mine first. I'm going to try and put about 25,000 liters in it, and that'll start producing us some sand. So I think when I tried my single-player, semi-realistic, we'll call it, as much as a video game will give you, single-player game, I definitely went too big, too fast, and pretty much bankrupted myself without taking out another loan or cheating money in. Slow down, because I have a habit of jackknifing this thing or dumping it over on its side. So we bought the sand mine, so I'm going to dump about 25,000 liters in here, and that'll get this fired up until we start making our own diesel. There we go. So that gets this fired up. So if we jump out of the truck, I believe this only needed diesel to fire this up. Yep. So now let's take and we'll dump about 25,000 liters in the rock crusher, and we'll get 25,000 liters in the coal mine. And then we'll add water to the coal mine and the rock crusher to get them fired up. So now I'm talking to a few of the other players, both on Facebook and on a couple other streams. Oh, sorry about that, excuse me. that I know several players have started and started over, and it is. Boy, let me grab a sip of water. And it's a little bit tough to get started on the map. Try and get about 25,000 in here. Sorry about that. I just needed to grab something to drink. My sinuses have been absolutely killing me these last couple days. Let me get this fuel in the coal crusher. I'll catch up on chat. Yeah, I think I'm going to turn traffic off. I normally play with it off on no matter what map I play. It does get a little annoying. Come up here, we'll throw some fuel in here. We'll get the boulders spawning up on the hill. Ponda Teddy, really enjoying the map. Thank you for all tour crew for all the hard work. Really appreciate it. Yeah, Dixie, myself, and Papa. It's been several sleepless weeks getting this map tested and ready to go with very, very, very few reported bugs or errors. So, hats off to Dixie. Had done probably 95% of the testing. Let's grab a load of water. I think even Dixie's trying to figure out. Papa's got some other projects he's working on. I don't know if he's done any live streams yet since we've released the map. And I'm buffering, which means my internet is not the greatest. Alright, let me see what I've got running in the background and see if I can get this buffering to stop. Let me jump out of here. I'm just going to throw this on pause for a second. Close that. Sorry about that. See if it ends up stopping the buffering or not. And if it does, see where I'm at. I've got the only thing I got open now is Steam, the game, and Streamlabs. So hopefully that helped out with the buffering. It's really hard for me to stream during the day. A lot of the kids, the Wi-Fi that I'm using is not the greatest, and a lot of the schools are distance learning, so I get a really weak internet signal to begin with. Well, throw a load of water in here, throw a load of water in the rock crusher, and we'll just give this a few hours for some rocks to spawn. I'll try and keep a closer eye on my stream also to see if it had stopped buffering. But appreciate everybody taking time out of their day and stopping in. Shout out to my Patreon supporters. Oh, I didn't want to come up here, I wanted to head to the rock crusher. U-turn. Head down here. Hey, sassy one, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Thank you. Um, Hope everybody's enjoying. It was a nice build. I had fun building this map, and I'm looking forward to updating the two older maps. I was going to come on and jump in Giant's Editor and start working on the next placeable factory, but I figured, nah, I want to come in here and I want to pretty much start my single player game over and see how it goes. Try a different scenario. Because I don't want to cheat any money in, and I really don't want to take out a loan. If I can back up. Farm Chick 63, welcome. Yeah, it's really hard not to get spread out on this map. I mean, that's pretty much what I did when I started my single player game a couple days ago. I ended up with like 4 properties over here and some property over on the water field and some property up on Animal Island, and it gets way too crazy. So I'm just going to go with a little bit tighter approach this time, I think, and we should have boulders starting to spawn up on the hill. Yeah. So let's get him back over near the coal mine. I still may end up taking out a loan, but I'm going to try not to. Sorry about that. I really hope I had my mic muted before I let out that nasty sneeze. Like I said, my sinuses are killing me today. I don't even know how long I'm going to be able to sit here and talk. Zolfer, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for taking time out of your day to stop in today. Now, before I head over to the other island, I'm just going to zap my store delivery back down. I'm going to purchase the auto load trailer so I'll have it here when those boulders spawn out. It's 56,000, but we'll have it. Because I really don't want to move those boulders by hand down the mountain when we're ready. So we'll have him just sitting here waiting to go. And for now, until we get some product built up, this is all the equipment I'm going to need for this island. If I don't wipe myself out with the box van. And just going to park him up here and wait for the boulders to start spawning up on the hill. Give it a few hours for this to start producing. Now we are going to head over to so like I said, I sold off this piece of property down here. So we own the coal mine, the rock crusher, the sand mine. The logistics center I'm going to keep. I mean, it's $156,000 if we need it, and we can always buy it back. And then Animal Island is minimal too. That's $166,000. So if we need another like $300,000, I'll sell these two pieces of property off. But I'm going to try and hold on to them. So let's just teleport ourselves over here for now. And I am going to move my store delivery over here. We are going to get my favorite tractor, wheel weights, and the big engine. And we are going to get my favorite mower. And if I didn't put, yeah, here we go. And unfortunately, I know it's going to be a bit boring, but maybe we can get somebody chatting it up for the next hour. We're going to be cutting grass and then windrowing it up. But I figured if we get this property cut, had it lowered, turn it on. We get this property cut, we can at least get some income from the compost and silage. And then we'll figure out where to go from there. Because we could take this tractor back to the mines with a trailer and the snowblower, the bunker cleaner to pick up the ores with. You know, we may end up forwarding time a little bit just to speed the process up a little bit. So we're not boring everybody to death. Even getting these orchards and greenhouses up and running, it's going to take us a little bit to buy these properties. And that's a good source of income as well. But yeah, last time when I first started the map, like I said, it was just too big, too fast, and really just ended up bankrupting myself with trying to do the realistic gameplay. So I'll try a different approach today. Because I'm not a fan of, buying a piece of property, harvesting the crop, taking the money and running and then selling that piece of land back. Um, to me, that's way too cheaty. So I figured, oh, let's try this approach. We'll see how it goes. So I can always sacrifice one of these um, meadows to put a small field in. And then convert it back to grass later. But this meadow here is a prime location to put some future placeable factories down. And it's relatively close to the mainland to ferry product back and forth on, rather than setting up 3/4 of the way around on a 16x map. So I don't know. We'll see if this approach works or not. I really don't want to do a take three. But you know what? We don't own the composter or the grass dryer, I don't think. So that's going to be more money. We may end up selling off that other property. We'll see. Which is what I'll probably do. Come back over here and try and get a straight row or semi-straight row. So we also need the loading wagon, a trailer, and the bunker cleaner. Uh-oh, who did Nightbot get? Let me come around here and catch up on chat. Um, where can we get that mower? Yeah, you can't post any links here on my stream, sorry. This mower is available. I either got it from ModHub US or um, modland.net. Those are the only two sites I use. And if I'll reach out to the mod creator, and if we can get permission, I'll post it on Trello. But there are several versions of this mower on various modding sites. It's really easy to find. Yeah, a lot of these mods I've been using them for 3 4 years now since FS19 came out. What is it, 2 years? So it's really hard for me to remember where they came from. Turn him off. Come over here. Cut this half, and we'll buy our windrow loading wagon. See how far I can get without it yelling at me that I don't own the land. Oh, right up to the road. Alright, we're good. Now, let's grab another headland and we'll zigzag back and forth. Hopefully we can get some good bit of compost and silage to sell. I'll probably turn off the straw, or the hay rather, and just have it run silage. Almost there. A couple more passes. Yeah, I know. I have 6 mowers and probably only use 5 of them. Alright, whose OCD is it going to bother that I'm going to leave that one little strip of grass back? Dixie! Welcome. I am... yeah, I trashed my... let's get this folded up. I trashed my other start because I pretty much bankrupted myself with spreading myself too thin on a whole bunch of other fields. So I'm trying a new approach where I'm just going to try and stick to one island or 2 islands for now and then expand later. But right now I'm working without any loan at the moment. Let's drop him here, and then let's grab our loading wagon. I think it's part in here, if not. Did we not put it in here? May not be in here. I may have forgot to load it. Nope, it's over here. We are going to go with the Fendt Classic and black. I'm going to add the extension on. We're going to leave the windrow on. Now, before I pick this up, I do not think I owned the grass dryer or the composter. Oh, we do own them. So they were part of the field that we bought, right? Yes. Alright, cool. So we own these two. So we can fire these up. We so yep, no loan, just the basic stuff, hard start, but hey, you built the map to progress slowly, not balls to the wall. Yep. No balls to the wall. It is definitely a slow start. Um, like I said, my first attempt at this map, and I'm not the only one who's restarting. It's hard to approach on what kind of start you want, and try and do it without failing. So we got about 360,000 yet to buy some equipment with. I think I am going to sell those other two pieces of property. That'll give us another 300,000. And if I do that, we'll see how much Mammoth Mill cost. And um, another piece of property where we can cut some trees down. Try and get a headland done first, and then we'll snake our way back and forth. But these two pieces of property are relatively cheap, and hopefully we can make up for it in compost and silage. And if I fill both of them up and we have a lot left, then we'll just go sell the grass straight up. Or I could put a placeable down depending on what our finances look like and get a second one rolling. But the house was relatively quiet, so I just thought I'd jump on and try and get a quick stream in. Catch up on chat here in a second. Honda Teddy, what time do you stream Dixie? I'll have to let Dixie answer that one. Yes, I bought the whole island and made money to buy the lumber mill, selling wood chips from the trees on the beach. Yeah, I was almost thinking about doing that myself, but we'll see what kind of property we can buy with what kind of money we can get. I don't know if I want to buy the forest near the mill or buy the trees and just try and buy this whole island. Should get a good bit of grass from here. Being just a meadow. Now if we came here with the plow, plowed it up, planted, fertilized seed lime, and plant clover, we'll get a much better yield, which we may do. We'll just see how much the equipment's going to cost us. And then we can always turn it back into meadow later. But I don't know if I want to be in any big hurry to get the mill up and running yet either till we get some cash and equipment. Oh, you know that one little speck of grass back there is going to bother me. You know we're going to have to go back and pick that up. Alright, so now we got 2 pieces of grass. My OCD will definitely bother me if we don't pick these up. Alright, sorry about that. I don't know if you caught that sneeze or not. And now I really don't know if my mic is on or my mic is off. The letter, the wording on my slider thingy is too small for me to read. But I'm hoping you didn't catch that big sneeze. Or I've been sitting here talking to myself for the last hour. Sorry about that. I tried to catch the mic in time. This last week or two with the sinuses and allergies have been really, really rough. Alright, so let's dump this off and it will pick up the other half. Let's throw this one in the grass dryer. Maybelly roll? Sorry if I butchered that. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I knew this wasn't going to take all of it. But that's alright. So, but I do want to come over here. I want to turn, oh wait, yeah, I want to turn hay off. And I only want it to make silage because silage I believe will sell more than hay. Because right now this is just a cash crop. So silage we're about 300, and yeah, it's about double the price of uh, what we'll get for the hay. And then we'll throw the rest in the composter. I don't even know if compost is selling any more than uh, compost. Yeah, about the same, about 390. Okay. Are you not on? Lowered? Yep, we're not on. There we go. Oh, come on. Lowered. We weren't lowered. Alright. I'll get it straight. You can tell I don't play that often. I spend more time in the editor. Oh, yeah. I'll have to buy a little bit of fuel for the composter, I guess. I bought a little bit of fuel for to get the coal mine, the rock crusher, and the um, sand mine fired up. Keep forgetting the composter needs diesel. See, folks, Dixie knows more about the map than I do. Like, I would have dumped the grass in and ran away and come back 3 hours later and going, why don't I have any compost? Because the map author is a forgetful old man and can't remember that he has to put diesel in it. Yeah, I'm going to have to bring my tanker all the way back over because I'm not going to spend any more money on another tanker at this point. So we're going to have to drive the tanker over from Mining Island just to put some gas in the composter. But that's alright, it'll kill some time. And then what I might do is I'm almost positive I'm going to sell off those other two pieces of land for the 300,000. And we're going to buy some equipment. We're going to turn these two meadows into a couple of small fields. And then I want to plant a crop where I can get the um, refinery up and running. And because it takes a crop, silage, and coal, and we'll have coal. We're making silage, so we may get the diesel up and running if the factory's not too expensive. So we'll price the diesel plant out. And then we can always sell the extra fuel for some income as well. So we'll see. We'll see if we're going to go with the mammoth mill and a forest, or if we're going to buy the equipment and just carve two fields out of here and get the refinery. So we get this picked up, we'll do the math and see which is best. we'll get this picked up, and then we'll do the math on a couple factories and see where we want to jump to next. Alright, hope I caught the mic in time that time. Uh, I don't see a sell point for fuel. Tony should buy fuel unless I forgot to add it. Let me pull the sell point up here in a second. Let's get the rest of this picked up. Make sure I have a sell point for fuel. We should be able to sell diesel. Alright, so let's turn this off for now. And let's see if I actually put a sell point in for fuel. Or did I just forget to put fuel in the prices menu? Do we not have diesel in here at all? If it's not in the prices menu, then I probably might have forgot to add it in. Yeah, because I don't see fuel up here at all. But we can drive by. We have to bring some diesel over anyway. So I'm going to drive by one of the sell points and see if it'll take it or not. Good point. We have to, maybe a map update coming out so we can sell diesel. But let's get this in a composter. And then we're going to have to do some ferry hopping to get some my truck over here. Let's dump this in here. And we have a little bit of extra grass. I think we're going to leave it in here because we're going to end up speeding up time for something to do most likely. So we'll just leave this sitting here for now. Let's head over to the mainland. Over to... I want to price the refinery. Is 124,000. So that's a possibility, but let's grab this ferry. Let's grab our tanker. And a little bit of diesel. And then we'll drive by the sell point on the way through to see if it'll accept the diesel or not. I may have just forgot to put it in the prices menu. So let's grab our truck. We've got a few boulders, but I'm not going to mess with them quite yet. We'll come back. Let's grab this truck. Let's grab a little bit of diesel from this gas station before we ferry back across. About 20,000 liters should get us started. Or even like 15,000 liters or so, just to get us started. Without breaking the bank on fuel. Now, I do have to watch the fishing boat because I am playing single player and I do not use the train stop mod or switch to trains. So my fishing boat should be running. They even storing the extra diesel. At this point, it's going to become a source of income. Um, if I decide to purchase the refinery, if there's a sell point for the diesel. And we're going to test a sell point that I think it should work at. And then a future update will get it in the prices menu. But I'm going to stop at Tony's Tires on the way through because if there's any business on the map that will buy fuel, it would be Tony's. Or, I'm sorry, Jim's Auto Sales, not Tony's. I don't have Tony's Tires on this map. See if we get if it pops up at this cell trigger or not. Yeah, so he will purchase the diesel even though it's not on the prices menu. Yeah, see, this is what I mean about getting yourself spread out too thin on a big 16x map. You're ferrying stuff way too early in the gameplay to really get anything accomplished. Okay, great. Then it'll be a millionaire soon. Yeah. Um, we'll definitely get the fuel in the prices menu on a future update, because I'm sure that question will come up sooner or later. There. Oh, see, that was close. My ferry, my tanker, and everything else would have ended up in the water. There we go. Get enough in here just to get this fired up. So we'll sell off. We'll either use the silage to make fuel, and we'll sell off the compost. Yeah, there's not a lot of diesel in there, but that should be enough to get us started. And this should be fired up as well. Yep, we got 6,000 liters of silage in here. Now, do we want? Here's the thing. Now, let's figure out our game plan. All right. So if we sell off the logistics center, it's 156. So this will get us about $300,000 if we sell those two pieces of property off. The mill is 189,000. The forest is 126,000. But 139, 164. We can't buy the mill without having any trees. We don't own any properties that have any trees. The refinery is going to cost us 124,000, but it only makes diesel. If we purchase the mill, it's only a couple thousand more, but we could sell off. We could take the plywood, we could fire up beehives, and then we could take the beehives and the pallets and fire up the apiary and sell off the wax and the honey. And then we can sell off the barrels and some of the stuff we're not going to need right away. Or we can just purchase the refinery and try and sell off the diesel. We definitely can't get any of the orchards up and running yet. I don't want to spend that much money. So we're going to be selling off the sand. We're going to sell off everything the rock crusher makes, and we're going to sell off all the coal at first, just to get us some income. I think we're going to go with Mammoth Mill. Alright, so Let's sell for now. We can buy them back later. Let's sell the logistics center and let's sell the staging area there. Let's purchase the mill. And what does that leave us? That leaves us with 466,000, which we're going to need some more equipment. So now, do we want to purchase this piece of property and go for the trees there, or do we want to purchase something along the beach, cut the trees down and turn that into field? That is a good question. Let's go for a walk. We own the apiary. And I think it only takes beehives and pallets. Yeah, beehives and pallets. So this will be a good source of income. Do we want to purchase the trees along here, along this beach? We got a fairly big drop off to deal with, but we can get a good bit of... We could definitely get a good bit of field along here. Or do we want to purchase the piece of property down here and then replant trees or poplar down here? I think I want to purchase the beach. And then we can get more fields over there. So, think 139,000, 164,000, or 126,000. Do we save the 13,000 for equipment? Think I'm going to purchase the beach. Alright, so let's get... You still have a little bit of grass in you. You can stay in there for now. We have about 300,000. Let's throw you in here. And let's grab... I think my store delivery's back over here, but I'm just going to reset it to be sure. So let's grab the Brooks. We can leave it red. And I need a trailer. What do you hold? Do you really hold 2 million? That may be our way to go. Yeah, I think that's going to be our way to go. Does it take wood chips? It should take the wood chips. Oh, yeah, no. No. Where's my Fent Classic? And black, that works. Uh, oh, it's 200,000 liters. It's not 2 million liters. But 200,000 liters, that I can work with that. 62,000. This should be a good setup to get us started. And then I have a little bit of coal on Mining Island we're going to have to bring over to get the Mammoth Mill fired up. I might as well start clearing down here, work our way around. I gotta get Papa to send me the updated brooks. But might as well, good place as any to start. Let's unfolder, get the pipe out. We'll get her lowered and turned on. Yeah, this is the one that cuts like way high up in the air. I definitely have to get the updated version from Papa. So I gotta lift it up, I gotta come over the stump, I gotta put it back down in order for it to munch up the tree. And I know Papa updated it, but I don't think I got the update. Oh, maybe that was 2 million liters. I can't read today. Oh, can we use wood chips instead of coal? At the mill? I made the map and I don't even remember that. I think we can. So I do not have to bring any coal over. They told you. Dixie's got more playtime in than I do. She knows more about the map than I do. I'm only going to whack a few more trees down and we'll get that fired up. And then we'll hopefully have enough money to get us a plow. We're definitely gonna have to lease the cedar. We definitely don't have enough money to get the cedar. But yeah, thanks for the heads up, Dixie. I forgot that that'll take wood chips also instead of coal. Dixie knows definitely schooled better on the map than I am. The one's really close to the water I'm just going to leave there. So this way I won't have to carve the field really close to the water. Well, it's a good thing we have the tanker over here, because then we can use it to put water in the Mammoth Mill with before we take it back over to Mining Island. But we definitely got to haul the truck back over there. So we have about 600,000 liters. We'll whack a couple more trees down and we'll go dump this off. So let's shut you off for now. Let's see if we can get out of here. I think the other piece of property would have been a better buy. There's a lot more trees down there than there is here. I hope this thing doesn't unload really, really quick. But let's get a little bit in here where the coal goes. And then we'll dump the rest of it off. So we're at 763. It may not be enough, but we'll see. I don't think it uses a lot of coal to burn. That's right, this only takes like 800,000 liters. I'm going to save a little bit more of this to put in where the coal is. And then we'll grab some water. I am going to leave this guy parked here for now. Oh, I guess it's a good thing our tanker's over here. Come down this way, grab some water. And then I'll catch up on chat while that's filling up. Dixie's gonna make a huge field around the island and plant wood chips like a fence around it. That's a good idea. Plant the poplar, turn it into wood chips, and what do you get? Like I think, what is it? 3 harvests before it you have to reseed it. I don't want too much water and have to end up. Actually, I think this holds water, doesn't it? Yeah, that holds water, so we can fill the tank, or if we have any extra left, we'll just dump it off in this warehouse. So might as well just fill this up, and whatever the factory doesn't take, we'll come back here and dump it in the warehouse. And yeah, once we get enough cash flowing, then we can buy enough vehicles for each island so we won't have to ferry them from island to island. Dump this off and we'll see how much this factory takes. And since the tanker's over here, before I take it back to Mining Island, we might as well just fill this factory completely up with water. Let's head over here. See what this puppy takes and make sure it's fired up. We won't get any of the steel products from it because we don't have any ore, but it should fire up for the wood products. So that is all the water it'll take. So we can whack some more trees down and top this off to kill some time. But yeah, we got our firewoods active, the barrels are active, lumber, plywood, pallets, firewood. So we can sell some of that for income. Now what I want to do is I want to head back over to Mining Island and get these boulders down so they can start crushing. So that means we're back across the ferry 2 islands. but I don't want to whack any more trees down if I don't have to. I hate doing forestry. But it'll get the rest of those trees down where we can get at least a small field down there on the beach. And then we can come over here and clear this side off and get a small field over here on this side. So instead of forwarding time, we could probably just come back over and whack some trees down. We'll leave the tractor on this site for now. But I'm trying to watch the cash. I don't want to spend any more money on vehicles quite yet. And let's watch out we don't get whacked by the fishing boat again. Quick look to the right. Yeah, we're clear. I just want to get some of the boulders for the coal and the rocks starting to get crushed down so we can start getting some of that made for sale. I swear I left traffic on, but I don't see any. Unless I turned it off. Alright, back across and in the water. I end up swimming a couple times a day. And I don't see the fishing boat, so I think we're clear. Get him off of here. Back into the tree. him there. Let's grab our flat deck. If I don't roll the truck. Yeah, we got enough boulders to get us started. Throw this on the rock setting. Turn her on. So it looks like we have enough rocks spawn where we can come up here about every 2 game hours and put them in the crusher. Relatively straight. Turn the auto load off. Push you in there. Did any get stuck or did they all go in? Nope, they all went in. Alright, so let's head over to the rock crusher. We'll get them started. And then, yep, this one should now be active. Yep, so that is active. We got enough diesel to get us started with. Get around here. Can we sneak in? Can we sneak in and hit the bridge? Yeah. But yeah, the pie factory is is ready to go. The fermenting house is ready to go. I was gonna start building the breakfast sandwich factory, um, but I figured, nah, I need a break from the editor. We'll jump in here and try and figure out how we want to reapproach a new start on this without going too big too quick. Let's get these back in. Try that again if I hit the right button. Oh, come on, back up. There we go. Alright, so you're up and running. We got Mammoth Mill up and running. And then we'll head back to that island to see what other kind of damage we can do. without getting ourselves run off the road. Let's head back to, here we go, back over here. Let's clean off the rest of that side of the beach anyway, so we can get a small field in there. And whatever wood chips don't fit in the mill, we'll just throw them in the storage. And then we'll grab our plow and we'll get some fields cut in over here. We're going to have to lease probably a cedar and probably the case titan to fertilize with. But let's take a few more of these out. Get this half cleared, save the other half for another day, give us something to do. Now what we could do is we could run a little bit of this wood chips over to the heating plant on the mainland and get that fired up for some income per hour. I believe we own the heating plant on the mainland. But we can definitely get a smaller field cut in here. Take you down. We'll leave the two next to the water stand. I don't want to be mean and cut all the trees down. We get that stump? Yeah, we got that stump. Or do we want to take some of them out where we can get a little bit closer to the water and get a bigger field cut in? Alright, let's circle back around, see if we can take some of them out that are a little bit closer inland. That one can stay. That one can stay. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave this row of trees in. Yeah, I'll leave that row of trees there. So let's turn you off. I'm not going to get a big field down here, but it'll give us a small field. And let's see, we got about almost 300,000. Do a quick save. And I think we own the heating plant on the mainland. We do. Yeah, we own that heating plant. Let's ferry this across. And we'll fire that up for some income per hour. And I think we own the one on this site too. So we can come back and crank this one up as well. And of course the ferry's probably on, is the ferry on this side or is the ferry on the other side? Oh, the ferry's on the other side, of course. Ferry you back across. I really should look for this boat before I just jump out in the water. Ah, almost got us again. I'm going to end up with another vehicle in the bottom of the water yet. And of course we're in the water again. I'm always under the ferry. Alright, so let's take these back here. And should be able to fire this up. Yeah, so she's active for income per hour, and it's going to make us a little bit of trash. So that'll give us a little bit of income coming in. Not much, but a little bit. Back over there, and then we'll try and get some fields cut in. But I believe this is going to be a much better start than our first attempt. Chat's quiet. I probably bored everybody to death and they all ran away. Going, no, no, I can't bear to watch anymore. This is too painful. I'll get my Steam report. You'll had an average of 2 viewers. Alright. Now if we wanted to, we can also get the heating plant fired up on this side. Just whack a few more trees down. Which we probably should do, since we own it. I believe we own the heating plant over here. Yeah, so let's whack a few more trees down and we'll get this one fired up. And that'll start clearing out some trees on this side to put more fields in. Gamer Paul 22, hello. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Trying to figure out the best way, the best plan of action to start this map without being completely overwhelmed or going bankrupt on the first day, and without taking out a loan. So this is attempt number 2 at my single player play, which I'll probably only play 2 days a week, and then the rest of the week I'll gonna be working in Giants Editor. I do have the house to myself this weekend, so I do plan on streaming quite a bit this weekend. Friday night, Saturday, and a good bit of the day on Sunday. So we'll split it up between playing and working in the editor. And 1 or 2 more down and we'll get this other heating plant fired up. I want to save some more of these trees for the mammoth mill. Oh, come on, there we go. Alright, so that's good. It's about 200,000. And that should, yep, that'll fire this one up. So that'll give us a little bit of income coming in from the 2 heating plants. Just park you here a second. Now, the other thing we're going to need eventually is the placeable rock crusher. 35,000. I'm not going to place it down, but I want to see how much room it takes up, and I want to see if I can squeeze it in. Yeah, if I turn, oh, I don't own this land yet. Crap. We got to save some space to put this dude down somewhere, but I still want to have enough room to carve in a couple of nice fields. Maybe over here? Or right in here, maybe. Yeah, I just we'll tuck him in right in here. So we'll save that spot there. Let me make sure my store delivery is still over here, because I can never remember where I put it. And let's grab ourselves the plow. Is it in this category? Or is it under plows? I can never remember. Or did I forget to put it in the mods folder? Nope, it's here. So let's grab our tractor. Our one and only workhorse for now. Drop off the trailer. Let's throw the brooks over here. Let's go pipe in. Give it a quick fold. Drop her over here for now. And then, so what do we have? About 185,000. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to lease the planter. Or the seeder, whatever you want to call it. Let's carve the small one in on the beach first. Back too far. Leave myself some room to turn around. Yeah, that looks... Come up here a little bit more. We can always round it back off. Alright, so let's go. Allow create fields. And lower you down. Alright, this ain't going to be such a small field. This will be a decent sized field. Get too close to that hill where it gives the harvester a hard time. A little tight on this end, but it'll work. I don't want to get too close. I want to leave myself a little bit of room. Swing around here. Sorry, I'll catch up on chat when I'm done cutting this field in. The rest of these trees may come out. And we can stretch this field out a little bit bigger on the next after the next harvest. But you don't realize how much room you have on a 60x map until you actually start cutting some fields in. And probably took this field a little bit closer than what I wanted, but see if we can get it squared up. Yeah, alright, that'll work. So let's lift you up, spin you around. I will catch up on chat real quick. Gamer Paul. Gonna add new things since we have no longer limited to giants fill types. Yeah. Yeah, there are a ton of crops built into this map, plus all the orchards and greenhouses. So I have no desire to put any more crops in any of the maps. And if I was going to do any more crops, they probably wouldn't be ground crops like this. They would probably be more orchard and greenhouse. But I believe actual ground crops that all three of my maps are maxed out. I don't think we can add any more actual crops into because we are pretty much maxed out on our tip to ground. I think I could be wrong, but I think we are maxed out on crops. But it's just much easier to add more in with like a greenhouse or an orchard. Is it? I am Central Time. It's about 4 o'clock. I'll probably go for about another half an hour and call it about 4:30, and then help her get dinner made. Alright, so let's lift you up. Let's turn off create fields so we don't accidentally create anything on the way back up here. Trello, yeah, we're still using Trello. I have the short-term slash long-term plans are I have a placeable pie factory already built for this map. I have the fermenting house rebuilt and updated for this map. And I am building a breakfast plant Breakfast factory. Um, just gonna make like scrambled eggs, omelets, hash browns, orange juice. As soon as those three are made, I'm not going to release them quite yet. I'm going to just stick them on hold. Then I'm going to remove the two older maps from the Trello board, probably this weekend. Um, both of those maps are going to get a major overhaul. I'm going to take the extra animal types from this map and put them in the two older maps, so the older maps will have the extra animals. I'm going to take and I'm going to add the nickel and copper from this map into the two older maps, so all the mining products will be the same. I'm going to remove rock salt, turn it into sea salt. So the fill types from this map will be mirrored on the two older maps. So then all three maps will have the exact same fill types. Once all three maps have the same fill types, I'll put them back on the Trello board after they're updated. Then the vehicle pack from this map will work on all three maps. The placeables will work on all three maps. The silos will work on all three maps. So there'll only be like one pack of everything that will now work on all three maps once I get those maps updated. And then once those other three maps are updated, then I'll release the placeable factories, because then the first three placeable factories, we'll be able to use them on all three maps, because all three maps will have the same fill types, the same palettes. Pretty much all three maps become identical in the way of fill types, fill planes, particle effects, and all of that. And then with the limit break mod, instead of being limited at 255 fill types, which the Ritchiville and Ricci's Hollow map are already maxed out at, the limit break mod allows us to jump up to 1,024 fill types. So then we can start coming out with a bunch of placeable factories that we can use on all three maps. So the other two I'm looking forward to get them rebuilt and remade. I just want to start up here a little bit quicker, a little bit further, and then give myself some room to swing around. So we're going to go allow create fields. I'm going to drop her down. I'm going to leave a little bit of grass around the edge. Come down, swing around. Well, I thought I was going to leave a little bit of grass along the edge. And I'm going to leave that little corner of grass down here to put a placeable or two down. So I'm going to leave a little bit of grass on this side. So I'm going to start cutting across about here. So I want to leave a little bit of room to put a rock crusher down, or another composter, grass dryer, or whatever I want to put down over there for now. And then eventually we'll take this field and turn it back into meadow at some point, or use this to put some placeable factories down. But if we plant this with clover, we'll definitely get a better yield than just a grass meadow. here. I definitely want to try and leave some grass on this side. And let's see, we should round this off. Perfect. We'll lift you up. Catch up on chat here a second. Gamer Paul 22. Okay, I'll wait till update the other two maps then before I play it again and keep up the great work. Thank you. Dixie, once updated, many will return to them because they're smaller 4x. Yeah. Once the other two older maps are updated and we go back to rebuilding all the placeables, I will probably go back and start playing Ritchiville, the original map. Because it'll be a lot smaller. It'll have all the same fill types, and then all the future placeable factories we'll be able to put down. Yeah, I think I'm going to plant these two meadows with clover. And then, I'm not sure what I want to put down on the beach. I want to put poplar down because the T440 is just way too expensive to purchase. And the header. So maybe eventually when we have more money I can get that down. So I'll probably just go clover all the way around. And we'll just keep cranking, we'll just keep firing up the composter and grass dryer and sell it off for the first couple rounds until we can purchase more equipment and more. I've got to get the rest of the mines. Definitely want to get the ore mine as soon as possible, but that's about 400,000. And I definitely don't want to start taking out loans. But I figure I'll get some playtime in today. Tomorrow morning, um, I'll do a quick stream and then I have some errands to run, or I'll get my errands done first and I'll come back and stream. I want to get a good start on the breakfast factory. I want to knock that out so this weekend I can start rebuilding Ritchieville. I want to do Ritchieville first, and then we'll rebuild Ritchie's Hollow. That's going to be the harder build because all the factories are already built into that map, and rebuilding them is going to be a lot harder than uh, the Ritchieville map. That'll be the easier update first. But we'll definitely be leasing some equipment here at the beginning. So we can get some cash flowing in. Get this field cut in, I'll catch up on chat. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to get this in one pass. Alright, so let's get you lifted up. I want to turn off create fields for now. Can 64X and it still play it single player? Um, I don't think a 64X map with all the factories built in will actually run. I think that's well beyond Giant's limit. I can see a 64X probably with just standard fruits and no global company functions built into the map. That's really, really pushing what Giants can do. And I would not want to build a 64X map. Alright. So this side's going to be a little bit smaller, so let's allow fields, drop you down. Like I said, I just like the looks of leaving a little bit of grass along the edge. And the rounded corners. The only way I would do a 64x map is I would take 4 existing 16x's and build them into the one map. I would not want to build a 64x from scratch. Yeah, this 16x took like 10 and a half months, almost 11 months to build and test. And you'd need a NASA computer to run the darn thing. Lower end computers would definitely not run that 64x map. But I do believe this is a much, much, much better start than my last attempt. Coming slow. Yeah, that looks good. But I do think I heard that Dave DodgeNet, I believe he is going to attempt a 64X. But it's, like I said, it's definitely not anything I want to do. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think PVC, PV Country, is built on a 64X base, but he's not using the entire map. I think so, but I could be wrong. I didn't even want to build a 16X, but after building the first two maps, um, I was bored with playing, so I figured, what the heck. Wanted to do an island map since 17, and with the global company system and the placeable system, it was, I figured, what the heck, let's just give it a shot and see if it would actually work or not. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this time change. 4:30 and it's already starting to get dark. Almost there. There we go. One chore about finished. And we will lift you up. We will turn off allow create fields. And I don't think we have anything, a shed quite big enough to put him in. So I think we'll just park him over here. For now. Alright, so let's see how much my case tighten is. Did I put it in here or is it in the other category? Nope. It should be under crop protection. 100,000, yeah, we're definitely going to have to lease this. Or do we just go with a smaller spreader for now? Alpaca's breed all that doesn't cost any money, and I don't want to buy the breed all that doesn't cost us any money. What else do we have? I think I'm just going to lease the this guy for now. What else do we have in the pack? This guy only does liquid fert. He's 285,000. Got this guy, but we'd have to buy the Unimog. That's 129,000. Let's just lease the Case Titan for now, and then we'll return it. And for now, let's put down, where are we? I believe under silos. Is it silos or miscellaneous? Miscellaneous. Yeah, so let's put down the lime station. Where are we at? Let's go over here. Let's get you over here. And where are we at? Over this way. Let's get the cover open. Get these fields limed, and then I'm going to get out of here. We'll see them on the next episode. I'm not going to fill this because I don't want to waste a lot of money on lime. So we'll just come back and buy a couple small batches so we don't over purchase lime. So we're going to have to lease the seeder. We're going to have to lease the harvester and the header. Probably throw about 25 or 30% in here, and then we'll come back and buy some more if we need it. I'm gonna mess this up, so I will call you Bee Farms. Welcome to the stream. I've been out of pocket last week or so. Have you got it released? Yeah, map is actually out. Everything is on Trello. So if you type in !maps, M-A-P-S, it'll get you the link to the Trello board. And then ! Facebook will get you to our Facebook group. Like I said, I don't know how far this lime is going to go, but let's get this lime down. Yeah, we released the map on Sunday. And I probably did buy too much lime, but we'll see how far it goes. Now, if you join our Facebook group, !Facebook, you'll see daily updates on there. Dixie and I pop up, answer any questions. We pretty much will take care of any issues that arise. If you join, make sure you answer the questions. If you do not answer the questions, your membership will get declined. This Case Titan should be in the vehicle pack as well. This is my favorite piece of one of my favorite pieces of equipment. Now, we're probably going to need a little bit more lime than what I bought. It's already down to 18%. with like 30%. Yeah, I'm just gonna add a little bit more in here before I even attempt to get these next fields. I'll probably take it up to about 40%. I just don't know if the rest of this will tip into the silo or not. Because I hate spawning out those stupid little pallets of lime. And it's chewing up the money pretty good too. Yeah, we'll see how far this goes. And then hopefully, I guess we'll get this lined. I'm going to get out of here, call it a day, call it a night. Come in next episode. We will get these fields seeded. I'm probably just going to go all clover for now. And then we'll check on the mines. And then hopefully we can start earning some income. Check on the mines, we'll check on the mill. If we have any plywood, we'll run it over to the, get some beehives made. Yeah, I'll have to come back and remember to get that little triangle. Yeah, I probably could have been a little bit more efficient with this. See if we have enough to get this lower field. And then I'm going to call it. Appreciate everybody hanging out today, taking time out of your day to spend some time with us. Dixie, thanks for hanging out in chat and answering questions. Appreciate the follows. And don't forget to hang out on Facebook. As I rebuild the other two maps, I'll put out some daily progress reports and some screenshots. And we'll probably do a lot of that on camera. And if this field ends up a little bit short on lime, I'm not going to be too concerned. It's only going to be clover. Well, if I spawn the lime out in a pallet, it's only going to be one pallet. But I'm curious to see if it'll go in the silo. So I don't remember if this silo holds everything on the map or not. But let's get you folded up. And then I'm actually going to open up the cover. I'm curious to see if this silo takes lime or not. Nope. Alright. So we'll just leave it in here for now. I'm not going to return this lease quite yet. We'll just hang on to her. And then I am going to do, there we go, a quick save. Thank everybody for hanging out today. I am going to go ahead and save and get out of here. Again, I appreciate everybody for hanging out today, taking time out of your day. Hope everybody has a good evening, and I will catch y'all at some point tomorrow. I will probably be working on the scrambles, species scramble, the breakfast factory.